you. Thank you. Oh. Hello, world. What's up? Welcome to Build. I'm your host, Matt Forte. We are here live at the Build Studio in New York City. Season 2 of Netflix's original series, You, dropped the day after Christmas. And much like Season 1, as Episode 10 rolled around, it left us all with our jaws on the floor. It is impossible to talk to our next guest without dipping into spoiler territory. So if you have not watched all of You Season 2 yet, turn away. This is your warning, okay? Go finish and then come back, because joining me here to talk all about it, the crazy talented Victoria Pedretti is here. Make some noise for Victoria. It's great. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us. Congratulations on, just in general, you've had a crazy couple of years. You've been in so many amazing things, but you are phenomenal in this show, and you do an incredible job. And I'm super excited to talk to you about it. Very welcome.
Hello.
How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah. I'm pretty good.
That's good. Pretty good's good.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, every day's different. No, I'm good. Yeah, it's been overwhelming, the positive response to the show. It's been
I was going to ask about that, right? Because, and we'll talk about kind of how you got involved, but you were a fan of Season 1 as well, right? You were familiar with the show before you became a part of it and became such a big part of it. So, we'll talk about kind of the baggage of coming into something you're a fan of. But just in general, seeing everyone respond so positively to the second season and specifically to your performance, what's that felt like? What's that been like? Surreal, crazy.
It's when you say like the past few years of my life have been like crazy. Yeah, like my life wasn't like this 2 years ago. Yeah. It's overwhelming.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's a lot really fast. You said something in the green room that struck me that I didn't even think to process, because I see you show up, you're in a Tarantino film, you're in 2 of the biggest shows on Netflix, and I'm talking to Victoria today. And you said in the green room, I'm still like not used to being recognized, and it's like kind of starting to happen and stuff. I was like, oh my God, that's right. You're in these huge things, and like that, you're on these global production stuff. So I imagine that's been a lot to navigate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think some people are just naturally more capable of dealing with those things, and you don't know how you're going to react to something like that, because it's so unnatural, and it's so it's not an experience that a lot of people have. So it wasn't really something I was able to like. I did not grow up around that at all. So it's definitely been a bit of an adjustment, and I'm definitely experiencing it, and I'm learning what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the smartest thing you do, is just try to learn from as much of all of this weirdness as you can.
I believe that it is manageable. I mean, I have to believe that it's manageable.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's exciting too, because if you make what you make for an audience, and so it means so much for people to connect with it. So it's also representative of exactly what you want from making something, but for it to be attached to you and your face to be not as anonymous as it used to be. Like It didn't hold as much, it didn't hold any meaning to people who didn't know me intimately, right? Or know me as me. Right. It's interesting when my face represents something else to people, because obviously people have a real relationship with love and with Nell. Like I believe that. Like I was hoping to have that. It's beautiful when people tell me they connect with these characters, but like I'm not them. Yeah. Like, and I haven't met you, but I am so excited to be meeting you. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been sort of blessed and cursed with these incredible characters to play, where it's like it's a blessing, such amazing material to dig into, but it's also the only way people have seen you so far, right? So they have these expectations in meeting you of based on love and based on Nell and stuff like that. So there is this kind of this wall that's still there that is kind of...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to me because I wish I could just, like, I guess, conjure that up and interact with people that way, maybe, because I'd love to give that to people, but that's for, like, clowns and stuff to do. Like, Johnny Depp can go to children's hospitals and, like, continue to be Jack Sparrow, and that's incredible because that character, like, lives in him in a different kind of way. Right. But yeah.
I can't imagine Nell showing up at a children's hospital being good for anybody. I don't think anyone wants that experience. Nell needs to stay where Nell is, and Nell's great where she is, and that's perfect for Nell.
Nell's life is, I'm glad that is fiction.
Were you at all, when you came to you, and when the character of Love came to you, were you at all hesitant to jump into it? They are different characters. It's two different universes entirely, Nell and Love. However, I think of it, and maybe I'm wrong, but I kind of think of it sort of similar to, like, when I would get, like, a Lego set and I'd make something completely different out of the same blocks.
Yeah.
Where it's like the pieces are similar pieces, but it's two different things. What was your process in deciding, oh, I want to do this, I've got to be Love?
I mean, I was offered the opportunity to continue acting. Like, right, I wasn't gonna... Number one, getting to, like, do what I love is just incredible. Right. And then to hear about this character who, like, shared all these similarities but seemed to internalize them very differently, it was like, that sounds like really interesting, like, progression for, like, my work and my learning process, you know, because you're always learning. Every project has its own challenges, and so you want to expand upon what you're already doing, and I felt like it was going to be an amazing opportunity to do that. And it's nice. It's hard existing in a character that doesn't know how to, like, stand up for themselves very well. You know, it's nice to internalize somebody who's that self-possessed and does what they want to do.
For sure. How early on, or how deep into the process were you made aware that Love was essentially out-Joeing Joe at some point?
She does not out-Joe Joe. She does not out-Joe Joe. Joe is on his own thing.
But you're doing a version of the Joe.
Yeah. She's killing people. Sure. But killing people. I found that out, that she was going to kill people and that she had killed people about, like, halfway into production. Like, exactly how it was going to go down. Yeah.
Does that, so you're halfway through, does that at all, I don't know, I don't want to say call into question or make you doubt, like, the choices you've already made, but when you hear that information, do you go, oh, I wish I knew that sooner, so I could have planted some kind of seed or something like that? Or no, does it affirm the choices you've made as an actor when you get that kind of a big piece of information halfway through?
I mean, you just have to figure out how to incorporate it. So I didn't find it difficult to rationalize. I mean, that's the work. It's all in rationalizing the behavior and finding where it comes from. So I think that it did not feel entirely incongruous with how she was, the passion with which she moved through life, the lack of thought that she seemed to put into her behavior a lot of the time. Very fierce, very exact in her ways. And also a passionate lover and protector. That is what motivates the behavior, and that was always there. So I think it was less about trying to in any way look back at my performance and feel shitty about it because I didn't think about it ahead of time, but more so looking into the future and seeing how to perform it in a way that felt truthful to the way in which she had existed throughout the show already.